Hi, welcome to Storytime with Trina Deboree, day 3. So, yesterday we read Goldilocks and the Three Bears by James Marshall. And you can grab this on Amazon, and I recommend that you do so that you can go back and look at the words in the text, because that's really helpful when you're trying to determine the answers to things. And then I wanted to show your mom and dad, I wanted to show them how this is a digital exit ticket that you can grab from my TPT store. It's the digital exit tickets, and you can look at any standard that you want to really focus on with your child. And so maybe your teacher has assigned this to you. And so I was thinking that this would be a perfect one because we were talking about point of view yesterday. So if we were looking at Goldilocks and the Three Bears, this version, we can tell that the author, or that the narrator is the one that's telling the story, because the story starts off with, let me get it. Once there was a little girl called Goldilocks. What a sweet child, said someone new in town. That's what you think, said a neighbor. So you see how we have those clues of the words like once there was, and then he said, and the neighbor said, and things like that. So we know that it's told by somebody outside of the story. They do share their perspective a little bit, because it goes on and talks about how she could be kind of I can't remember the word they used, and this is the reason why you would want to have the book in front of you, so you can always look back, because that's what good readers do. They always look back in the text, especially when they forget a point. So let's see. There was some clues, and we talked about it yesterday about, when he says, but to tell the truth, Goldilocks was one of those naughty little girls who do exactly as they please. So we have another clue about how the narrator is feeling about Goldilocks. So if you were doing this exit ticket right here, and it looks like this, it says considering different points of view. So who narrates the story? Well, we know it would be the narrator. How would the story be different if it were told from a different character's point of view? So what if it were told from a different character's point of view? What would it sound like? If Baby Bear was telling us the story, or Papa Bear was telling us the story, what would it say? What would be the clues that they would use, and how would they feel about Goldilocks? Well, so that's one thing that you can do for this story. Another one that I like is this exit ticket, and it compares and contrasts points of view from 2 different versions. And today we're going to read the second version. So you could also work on this digital exit ticket too. And you literally just put your finger, I have it in play mode, and you would not have it in play mode. You would have it just in a mode that looks like this, and then you are able to click on it and you can start typing. So then you can type your answer and you can share this back with your teacher. So today we're going to hear a different perspective, and that's called Believe Me, Goldilocks Rocks. The story of the three bears as told by Baby Bear. So now we're going to get Baby Bear's perspective. So let's get to it. And this is written by Nancy Loewen and illustrated by Tavik Avakayan, or something like that, which is very important. All right, I'm going to show you the pictures first. First things first. My name is not Baby Bear. It's Sam, and I am not nearly as wee or small or as tiny as people think. And Goldilocks, ever since she broke into my house, she's been one of my best buddies. It's true that she takes a lot of chances, but she's not a bad kid. At least no worse than me. Let me tell you the real story, and you'll see. Did you notice already where he's kind of talking to the audience? He's kind of talking to the reader. So first things first, my name is not Baby Bear. It's Sam. And I'm not nearly as wee. See all those little clues of I am, and Goldilocks, and he talks about her as if he is the character Baby Bear. So this is told from Baby Bear's perspective, and we found some clues to tell us that it's written in the first person. And if we feel like he's talking to the reader, we could almost say that's written in the second person, but that can be tricky. All right, so let's see what Baby Bear thinks about Goldilocks. It all started when I complained about my breakfast. Porridge again, I said. The next thing I knew, we were all out the door for a walk. Dad, also known as Papa Bear, grumbled something like, "He'll eat it if he's hungry enough." At first, I lagged behind. "Stay where we can see you, Baby Bear," called Mom, aka Mama Bear. I ran ahead. "Not so fast, Baby Bear," called Dad. I stamped my foot. "My name is Sam." Then I ducked into the woods and took my secret shortcut home. So he seemed pretty innocent in the first version, didn't he? Baby Bear, like he had all these bad things happen to him, and he was a little bit dramatic with he thought he was going to die because the porridge was so hot. So he does seem a little dramatic again, so that's kind of the same. But what's different is Baby Bear is the one that's telling this story. See if we notice anything else. When I reached our house, I heard a voice. Someone was inside. I didn't know what to do. Should I run to Mom and Dad for help, or should I chase off the intruder myself? Baby Bear would have made a run for it, but not Sam. I peeked through the kitchen window. A girl was taking pictures with her cell phone. Ha! This will teach Little Red... I gotta do that again because the author has given me a clue that it's a different voice. Ha! This will teach Little Red Riding Hood to double dare me, she muttered. Goldilocks does not lose at truth or dare. She paused in front of the porridge bowls. Ew, she said. I liked her already. Why do you think he likes her already? She didn't like the porridge. Goldilocks took a picture of herself in my dad's chair, then Mom's chair. You want proof, little Miss Hoodie? She asked. Here it is. Next, she took a picture of herself in my chair. When she got up, the chair stuck to her rear. She waddled around. She jumped up and down. She gave the chair a good whack, and it came off in pieces. Oops, she said. There goes my allowance. See, she meant to pay us back. Not that I cared. That chair was way too small for me, too. So he's not mad about his chair being broken into smithereens. But do you notice how both chairs did get broken into smithereens? In this story and in this story? That's something that's the same. But look how different it was. Upstairs, Goldilocks slipped off her shoes, which was very thoughtful of her, and took some video of herself jumping on my dad's bed and my mom's bed. I can't believe I'm doing this, she giggled. Now, jumping on beds is not allowed in my house. This was my one and only chance to get away with it. I tapped at the window. Ack! Goldilocks shrieked. Let me in, I begged. I won't tell. Goldilocks opened the window and we introduced ourselves. She apologized for breaking in. We were really quite civilized. Then we jumped and jumped and jumped and jumped. Until we heard my mom calling from the woods. Baby Bear, where are you? Goldilocks raised an eyebrow. Baby Bear? She asked. Seriously? Never mind, I said. Here's my plan. I ran downstairs just as my parents were coming in. Baby Bear, Mom exclaimed. Thank goodness you're okay. There's an intruder upstairs. Oh, whoops. There's an intruder upstairs, I said. You know better than You know better than to go around making up stories, Dad said. They sat down to eat their porridge, their cold, dried out porridge. I brought in my broken chair. See, the intruder did this. What a naughty thing to do, Dad said. Wrecking a perfectly good chair just to get our attention. But I saw her, I insisted. Come on. They don't believe Baby Bear? Did that happen in the other story? I tugged them upstairs and showed them the messy covers on their beds. Baby Bear, you know that's jumping on beds isn't a big no-no, Mom scolded. But the intruder, I said, pushing them toward my room. And as soon as we reached my bed... Is she going to be there like she was in the last story? Boo! Goldilocks yelled. What happened next was priceless. Run, cried Dad. To our safe place, Mom screeched. And if we don't make it, I love you both with all my heart. I made sure they saw me chasing Goldilocks through the woods. In between her fake screams and my pretend growls, we traded phone numbers. Mom and Dad were so impressed with my courage that they gave me everything I asked for. A bigger chair, spicy breakfast burritos instead of porridge, and a promise to stop calling me Baby Bear. Well, there's one thing I didn't get. Can I jump on the beds just once in a while? I asked. No, my parents said. Absolutely not. Hey, it was worth a try. The end. So, and then the author actually gives you some things to think about and even gives you some vocabulary words to look at. So you definitely want to grab a copy of this, Goldilocks. Believe me, Goldilocks Rocks, told by Baby Bear. So, what did you notice in this story? Who was narrating this story, and what would it have looked like if we had heard it from Goldilocks' perspective? That would be an interesting thing to include in your exit ticket. So that would be an option that you could do in order to show some thinking about your story. So we had a lot of things that were the same, and we had a lot of things that were different. So now I want you to do some thinking about that too. And if you go through your digital exit tickets, you'll see that there's a compare and contrast, and that would be a really good one to do as well. And there's a compare and contrasting of characters, and you could totally do that. For these two stories, you could take a look at how they portrayed Goldilocks in both stories and how they even portrayed Baby Bear. So that would be something that you could do to think about as well. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Tomorrow we'll have a new story. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.